Hello everyone, welcome back to Shivek tutorial. In this video, we will be making a game using Scratch Coder. This is the AI which you can find in ChatGPT. So we will use this application to make our game. So we will make a beginner game and intermediate game. So firstly, we will make an intermediate game. Beginner game. So let's tell our Scratch Coder to make an intermediate game. So make a beginner. Make a beginner Scratch game. So Scratch game which is fully working. So let's see what it makes. And I am sorry for the background. The background, we can say the background like sound which you can hear because it is raining here. So I will first let's see what game it is. So it is giving us a game to make. So this is the game that it said us to make. So it is giving us the game. Okay, so here we have a game which is beginner. So let's start without wasting our time. So first is choose a backdrop. Choose a backdrop button and bottom right corner. Simple background like blue sky or forest. So firstly, we select the backdrop. We need a backdrop. We need a nice backdrop. So we go here and add a backdrop like blue sky as the code tells us. Then we have to add a sprite like choose or draw a sprite such as a bowl. So we need a bowl. So we go here. We go to our scratch in which we can get some characters. So we need a bowl, right? So we write here bowl. Okay, we get our bowl. Then next we add this character. Next we need a apple sprite. So we go to add another wait go to add another sprite which is our apple. The next thing that we need is coding the player movement. So we need to code for the player's movement. So the player will be our bowl as we know, because I think this will be an apple catcher game. So this we have a bowl and an apple. So the next what we have to do is we go to bowl and select the player sprite, go to events category and drag auto when green flag clicked. So now let's code for this. Go to control category and add a forever. Inside the forever key right arrow, key left arrow. Okay. So we go here, we go to events. We take our when green flag clicked. We go to controls and take a forever loop. In this forever loop, we take if then and one more because we need for right and for left. So we go to sensing. In sensing, we take touching. No, not touching. We have to take key. So key right arrow pressed. First we take key right arrow pressed. And if right arrow is pressed, it should go to the right, which is move 10 steps. Then we go to our sensing and take key left arrow pressed, which is key left arrow pressed. And when key left arrow is pressed, wait a minute. Okay. When this key left arrow is pressed, what it should do is it should move minus 10 steps so that it can go to the left. Okay, so wait, let me minimize it. Okay, so minus 10 steps when we did it. Now, when we start our game, you can see that our bowl is moving as per we need. Okay, so the next thing that we have to do is coding for the apple. So in apple we need a green flag click, then a forever block, and then go to X, pick random from. Okay, first we should be do this. Okay, we go here for the apple. We take a when green flag clicked, we take a forever loop, and we come to motion, we make it go to X, and we go to operators, pick random from. Okay, let's see what are the values. So it has to pick random. It has to pick random from. It is pick random from minus 240 to 240, and y is 180. So minus 240, which is the extreme left, and 240, which is the extreme right. And y should be my 180 or minus 180. I think 180 is. Now when we start, the apple is above. You can see it is going to random positions. Now we need it to fall. So next what is it is um, add repeat until the control category and place y position is smaller than minus 180 inside it. So we go to our controls, until, repeat until, we go to our operators and take this block, and then we go to our sensing. No, we go to our motion, we take this y position. Y position is smaller than minus 180, and what we have to do in it is, let's see. Okay, so it is change y by minus 5. So when we change y by minus 5, our apple will fall down. So change y by minus 5. We take minus 5. Now when we start the game, you can see that the apple is falling here, then it comes from here, then it comes from here. So apples are falling. Now I think we will code for the score. So what's next is deleting a catch. So when it is a catch, it should delete. Okay, so inside the repeat until block, before change by y, add an if block. So change y by 5 before if block and touching player. So if it is touching player, broadcast message 1. Let's do it. We go to controls, we take if is should be before the change y by 5. Wait, if touching player, so we go to sensing, if touching player. So if touching player, player is the bowl. So if it is touching bowl, what should it do is it should broadcast message 1. So we go to our events, broadcast message 1. Next what it is outside the repeat until block, after it add wait 1 second and repeat the loop for the next apple drop. So what we have to do is wait 1 second. So where is wait and 1 second? It is here. So no, wait 1 second. It is after the repeat until, I think. Wait, it should be the after repeat until. Is it after repeat until? Let's see. Google. So outside the repeat until. Okay, outside repeat until. Next what we have to do is score system. Now we add the score, then we do the finishing touches, then our game will be completed. So our, what is this? Okay, deleting a cache, done. Score system, change, create a variable called score from the variables category, and when the player catches an apple, inside the if touching player adds change score by 1. Okay, so what we do is we go to variables, we create a new variable which is called score. Okay, and in score we do the change. In here we change score by 1. Okay, and for this we have to set score to 0 every time we start. So we start it, we test. Okay, wait, what you can see this, it is touching the block. Oh sorry, it is touching the bowl, and that it is like it is just going down. So we have to enhance it, but first see what is it. We have to, what it is, finishing tools. So we have to do some finishing touches, which is add sound and visual effects and test and search. So nothing much, but we have to enhance the game because it is not even looking like a game. So next what we do is when it is touching the bowl, it should hide so that it looks like the apple is in the basket. Hide. And now we change the variable score, like no, it is okay. So when we start it, you can see the apple comes, it is in the basket. Now it takes a long time to come, but it is not coming, right? So what next we have to do is it has to show when it when it has to come afterwards, now it has to show. So forever it has to show, then if it is touching it has to hide, then afterwards it has to show. So it is show, hide. Good, wait, after 1 second, come show. Okay, so this is a very basic game. Now let's move forward to our intermediate game. This was pretty quick, like sorry, right? Now intermediate game. So uh make a game which is advanced than this game. Okay, so we gave it something. Now it will make a game which is more advanced than this game. So more advanced game is Space Shooter. So Space Shooter, it's a pretty basic game, and I wait, spaceship moment, and what is it? We have to backdrop sprites. Okay, so it is telling us what we have to do. So I think this is like same to that apple catching, because space shooter will be only for the bowl. It will be a spaceship or rocket, and the apple falling will not fall. Just it will be an alien, and it will come towards us, and we have to just kill it. So it is pretty same thing. So what we do is make another game which is completely different. So we don't need to code the same thing, or else you will be bored by. Okay, so Maze Runner. This is a game. So this is not. I don't think it's a basic game. So we will do this one. So okay, while it's coding, we will just create a new game. Okay, so we have to create new, right? We go to create new. Okay, so we have a new game. Now we have to make a new game which is Maze Runner. So okay, this is a pretty good game. I think it has big code. Okay, it is writing till now. Okay, it's writing till now. It's a big game, I think. So I think this is a big game. So this will be the last project for today's video, and then we will move on to the part two of this video. So what is this? Wait, we are we are not at that game. Okay, so what we have to do is choose a backdrop. So first we create a new project, then choose a backdrop. In backdrop we need a maze. We need a maze. Okay, so do we have a maze? Let's see. I think Scratch should have a maze. Okay, it doesn't have a maze. We will just create a maze. So we go to backdrops, paint a backdrop. We go here, we make first a very big ground in which our sprite will be going. Then we erase some of it because it is the outdoor exit. So this is our exit. Wait. First, we don't need to fill it because it's a maze. Good. Now we make this. We make a big rectangle. This will be our maze. Then we take an eraser to erase it. Or this will be the gate. Okay. Not this big. We need small gate for our cat to go. Okay, so the next thing what we do is create a path. So the maze should start from here and it will end there. Okay, so we make a line for the maze. It starts like this, then goes here. It should go like that here. First, let's make the path which will make us win the game. So while I am creating the path, you make sure to subscribe our channel for new updates. Next, what we do is we are making a path, right? So we have to make a maze because we can't, it's a maze runner game. So while I create this maze like that, So I will just create a path so that we can escape the maze. So this path goes like this. Then we will just create another path that can confuse the player. So it goes like this. We erase this part because we don't need such a big line. Then we create line like from here to here. Then it comes here, and from here it will go a straight line that which will make the end path, which will make us spin. So till that we need to make now we make different lines which can confuse the player. So first we erase some at some point like this, and here we go here, and we here, and this. Now we have to create some lines, and if you wish you can import a maze rather than creating it. So we make a road here to go, which will not lead to win, which just connects us here at this point. So this will connect us here. Then they will block this path. From here it goes there, which will make another way for us to go, and we will block this. This will go here like like that. So I finished creating this maze, and we will just complete this maze. Okay, right there, and erase this. Okay, so this is our maze. We will just create our next sprite, which will be a ball in our uh, which will or we can take this cat but minimize it. So we minimize the size of our cat, which will be 60% of the normal. No, 60% is bit large, so we go to 40% of the sprite. So can it go from here? No, so we have to make it more smaller, or we can just make the backdrop more larger. So we go here, we select the full backdrop and make it larger, not this much. You have to make it little small so that it can be visible on the screen. And like that, this here and here. So now we have to enter text in our backdrop like start and end, so that the player would know where it has to start and where it has to end. So we write a tiny text here like start, which should be filled with black color, and a text which is stop here or finish. So now we add the sprite is here. It is very small. Wait. Okay, this is our sprite here. It has to start from here or 30. Okay, good. This is our sprite. Now we code for our sprite. Okay, so we have a maze, we have our sprite. Next, what we have to do is there is a goal sprite. So goal, we need a goal which will indicate that it is over here. So we take a flag from scratch, which is this green flag. Then we minimize it to 40%, and we keep it here because this is the finish, like this. Next, what we have to do after adding all the sprites is coding for the player movement. So our player is the cat, and in it we have to do for up, down, left, and right. So what we do, we go for our cat. In events, we take when green flag clicked, And in controls, we take a forever loop. In forever loop, we have to take 4 if then blocks for up, down, left, and right movements. Then we go to our sensing and take 4 blocks of key space pressed. It is default, it is for space only, but we have to take for left, right, up, and down. So first we take for up, next for down, then right and left. Next, what we have to do is in the motion, we have to go for change X. We change X for right and left motion because when we make any changes in the X axis, our sprite will only go right and left because the X axis is horizontal. So for right, we take change X by 10, and for left, we take change X by minus 10, because if we change it by minus 10, it will make it go to the left side, and if we take change X by 10, it will make for the right side. And for up arrow, we need to change it by Y, because Y axis is not horizontal, it is vertical. So when we make changes in the Y axis, it goes vertical. So we have to go here and change Y by 10 for the up arrow and change Y by minus 10 for the down arrow. So for movements, we have code in our sprite. We can test it. When we test it, you can see up arrow works, right, left arrow works. But as our maze is small, we don't want it for 10. We take it 4 so that the movements are more smoother. Then we go here. This also for the same, and this also same. After we have completed with the movements, what we have to do is we have to code the sprite so that it always comes here when the game starts. So when green flag clicked, go to X minus 204 and Y minus 138. The next code, which our AI has said, is collision detection with walls. That when it detects a collision with wall, it cannot go the other way. So next is to prevent the player from moving through walls, add a color to the wall of the maze, example black. So our maze has a color of black. Inside each moment if block, add another if to check if the player's sprite is touching the color of the wall. So now we have 4 if, so we have to take more 4 if inside all the if statements. So we take an if, we go here to sensing, we go touching color. So the color in here we have black, so we go here and take this color black, and if it touches this color, what it should do is it should what is it should the player should change X by minus 10, means it should move behind if it touches black color. So we go to motion, change X by, we go to change X by, if it is going up and it uh like if it is going in upward direction and it collides with a wall, it should go in the downwards, it should go downwards. So for that we take change Y by 10. So in here change Y by minus, because it has to come down, so minus, we take 2. Now when we start the game and we test it, you can see I am going up, I collide with this wall, and I think like here nothing is happening if I collide with it. So change Y by minus 10 so that it comes down. Now let's check it. Okay, so when I can't go through this wall, you can see, and am I touching? I am touching the wall and I can't go because the value is greater than 4. So if you see in mathematics, if the Y is going by 4, if I press the up arrow, it will go 4 steps ahead, and it is touching the color black, so it will come minus 10 steps behind. So it should be 6 steps behind than the original from where it started. So you can see it is coming behind. Next, okay, so this was clear. Then next what you have to do is take this if and duplicate it. So we can go to controls and take this if statement in the down arrow. In down arrow, same touching color, we right click it, duplicate this block, switching color black, and change y by, it has to change y by 10 this time, because if it is going down and it just collides with like a wall, so it should go in the upward direction. So change y by 10. Now when we start the game, it is going up, it goes to the right, and when it goes to the bottom, it can't go from this wall. So next what we have to do is we duplicate this block 2 times, because we need for right and left also. So we don't need this change y, we need change x, because when we have to move horizontally, we have to change x, not the y. So we go here, and firstly we will code for the right arrow. For right arrow, it should change x by -10. So because it should come to the left side, right? So -10. We take it for right arrow and 10 for left arrow. Now when we test our code, it should not go against any wall. You can see here, I go here, I take right arrow, I can't go through this wall, I can't go through this wall, I can't go either from this wall, and this is a problem that the way to go here is too small. So what we do is we change in the backdrop so that a sprite can go through this way, because that's the only way from which we can finish the maze. So we erase this part, we erase this, and make a line here so that the player can freely go, and outline should be 4. Undo it, and outline 4. 4. So next, now we have made a big way for the sprite to go through, and we make it like this and erase this much part, so it looks like a maze. So now when we start our game, you can see I'm here. I try to take this way, I go down like this, I take this way. Now I can go through any way. There are 2 ways from which the sprite can go, but it can't go from here. So it goes here, it takes this part. So our sprite in this maze can go only from one way and not the other way. So it comes in a wrong direction, it can't go from there. So it has to start the game from starting like this, and this is the way from which it can go. So this game is working, and we have to code for the finish one. So we go here, Google. Next what it is reaching the goal, which is when block to spread the, okay, if the sprite add if block inside the forever loop to check if the player is touching the goal sprite, and if it touches, it has to broadcast win. Okay, so what it has to do is we go to sprite, we go to its codes, we stop the game. Okay, here we have to take one more if statement. We go to our controls, we take an if statement, and in the follower loop, in the if statement we have to get here, here at the starting only we need it, right? So we go to the bottom and we make this block at the bottom of our forever loop, which is here. So if, no, here, yes, here. So if it is touching, so we go to sensing and take touching. If it is touching green flag, it should broadcast a message, which is win, but we can take broadcast message one. So next is block. Okay, then we have to add a timer. So create a variable called time from the variables category, and add when flag green block to receive the timer at the start of the game. Set time to 0. So in a forever loop, continuously increase the timer, change time by 1 with a short wait 1 second to make it count seconds. So where we have to create a new variable called timer. We create a timer here like that, and okay, we set it okay. We go to our backdrops and we go here on event. When green flag clicked in a forever loop, where is our forever loop, we go to settings and change timer by 1 and wait for 1 second. We go to wait for 1 second and set timer to 0 every time the game starts. So you can see 1 2, it is counting, the timer is working. So it can, like, now it can sense that what is the time when. So like that. So we need the timer to stop when we reach our goal. So what we do is, when I receive, we go to events. When I receive message 1, what we have to do is uh, stop this. Okay, so stop all. We go to control and we take this stop all. So now when we test it, now I'm testing, and when it touches the green flag, it stops and the timer is 8. So I think the game is over here. Next we save. Okay. So now we have to make a start screen. So what we do is, here we take our backdrop, we go to backdrops, and in this we take a start screen. Okay. So the rest of this game will be continued in part 2. Thank you for watching.